Yeah, so hello everyone, welcome to today's video. This is Shanmugaraj. We are continuing our journey on organizational project management. Yesterday we kicked off the topic. We discussed about a overview and high level understanding about OPM and its standards. Today we are starting actual foundational concepts behind organizational project management. Let's get into the video. What are the foundational concepts? We are going to talk about 6 or 7 slides to understand the foundation of it. What are things you need fundamentally or as a foundation for building an OPM framework, for establishing it or sustaining it? You need to invest in OPM actually and add value to the organization. There are two types of investments you can make. One is tactical investments, which is very short term, which may not address the real issues. Tactical investments like adding a temporary resources, providing a project management training, and tool implementations. So these are all tactical investments which you can address short-term issues. But when it comes to OPM, it's very strategic and long-term, and it will address the real issues. Establishing an OPM or investing in OPM requires careful consideration of organizational strategic objectives and business drivers. So you need to have a business case or strong business objective to drive to kick off OPM. For example, organizations that are seeking an operational efficiency strategy, right, to gain control of budget, project budget, and beneficent value actually, right? So if you want to have an operational efficiency, you need to gain control over the budget and the value. Organizations that follow customer intimacy strategy should improve the alignment between the marketing and delivery teams. Organizations that follow the product innovation strategy should focus on time to market, innovation, creativity, and human resources. Right. So these business drivers are very tightly coupled with your OPM establishment. So you need to have a strong, business drivers which are strategic in nature and which are long term in nature. Business value. You need to have a business value, which is one of the foundations of OPM standards or OPM. Business value, as you know, I've given videos in benefit, BRM videos, right? Benefit realization management. I've given a lot of videos. Net quantifiable benefit derived from business endeavor is called business value. Business value can be intangible, tangible, or both, right? So value can be delivered through operations or projects or program, which we have seen in BRM. The effective use of portfolio program and project management, organizations have that capability to increase their potential to create value. In some cases, directly increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the value creation itself. So how do we build the effective use of portfolio program and project management organizations? Is achieved by employing reliable and established OPM processes to meet that strategic objectives, right? So if you want to have an improvement in the potential of creating a value or improvement in efficiency effectiveness of value creation, you need to employ a reliable and you need to establish OPM processes. So business value is the one of the foundation of the OPM. Another foundation of OPM is the OPM business case. You need to have a business case to establish it, right? Business case is an essential component in establishing the OPM framework. Leadership should explain why an OPM framework is needed. What are the business problems it will prevent or solve? Right? You need to have a strong business case to kick off your OPM to establish, because you are going to spend a lot of money, you're going to hire people, right? And OPM business case should define OPM characteristics, right? How well it is going to integrate with the organization enablers, processes, tools, and everything will be there. Understanding of the current state is essential to support the business case, and the defining the KPIs, measures, and metrics to compare the current and future state. So all these things are needed, for OPM business case, which is one of the foundation of OPM. Another foundation of OPM is the OPM sponsorship. You need to have a clearly sponsorship is defined. Sponsorship is required for successful OPM implementation. Executives should clearly communicate their buy-in for OPM throughout the organization and support it actively. OPM needs a complete framework with a clear direction, governance, and support. The project, program, and project teams should adequately funded, staffed with skilled professionals, and have access to executives. So these are the essentials of OPM sponsorship. OPM sponsorship is one of the foundations of OPM. Value proposition. What is the value it brings? What is the value it brings to the table by establishing the OPM? That's very very important. So OPM has greater impact and it's most effective when benefits realized for the programs and supporting projects are documented with the measures in place, right? Without benefit realization, OPM cannot make a greater impact. Okay, so these include activities such as planning a change, measuring its benefits, and planning that results in an improved delivery. Very important. Sponsorship should have a clear business objectives for implementing OPM in terms of cost and performance improvement. So you need to understand what is the current state, what is the future state, what is the value proposition we are bringing to the table. All those things need to be very clearly defined. Its value proposition is the very important foundation of the OPM, and benefit sustainment is another foundation, right? Once an OPM initial program for OPM is successful, you need to have a benefit sustainment plan, should be part of your OPM framework. Okay, right? Benefit sustainment plan will take you to the operations where really the benefits are getting realized, or most of the benefits are getting realized. So your OPM framework should cover how the benefits are sustained, or how the programs are execution finally can be converted, transition into operation, how it can be sustained. Yeah, PMO is kind of a typical key success factor in this area, and building, OPM implementation benefit sustainment. This structure of having PMO or EPMO is ties into governance of OPM and the organization. So very very important, right, to build a governance of OPM which supports the benefit sustainment. Benefit sustainment is another foundation of OPM. What are the elements of business case? We already discussed about OPM. Business case is the foundation element. What are the elements of business cases? Business case, OPM business case should talk about the facts and data. Both, it can be both internal and external. Internal success story. When it comes to internal, you can refer your internal success stories. You can refer your failures, analysis of lessons learned, inefficiencies of past failures, right? All those things you can refer. You can include the business results, in the business case, and also you can augment external data, right? To strengthen the OPM business case, you can get the data from the bodies like PMI, where you can talk about what is the return on investment by having establishing a OPM, how structuring it, the processes, strengthening the processes and tools and everything. That kind of external data will help also strengthening the business case, right? The final foundation is of OPM is to establishing a baseline for business case. So you need to know where you are starting. You have to baseline the current project management maturity, and what is the target state. Then once you know where you are and where you want to go, then easy to build a plan to address the gaps in processes and tools and behaviors. This very very establishing a baseline is very very important. One of the foundations of OPM. Okay. So with that, we have come to a conclusion of today's video. Hope you got a fair idea about what are the foundation blocks, building blocks for OPM, right? So we are going to, hope you like this video. I will produce more videos, on OPM elements of it and the characteristics of it, right? And OPM maturity, etc. and etc. Right? So let me know your comments. I would like to listen to your comments on my improvement areas. Right? Hope you like this video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.